During the course of this section of the tutorial, we're going to talk about how to generate the raster maps alongside the administrative map of Nigeria and Anambra State. So let's get down to it. So go back to projects, open, you want to load the layout manager. Bear in mind that if you haven't closed the previous uh, layout, you don't need to go and load the layout manager, but I closed it. So layout manager, the last map that I generated was Anambra subset, rather Nigeria subset subset state. So I would have to load a different set of map, but I think I recall that I doubt if I locked this layer. So let's go back and confirm. The first layer was locked layer. The Anambra layer was not locked. So if I hadn't locked it and then I changed something within the map window and then opened it, then this map layer would be disfigured. It will change it to something else. So lock that layer. So now I can afford to close, save that, and then of course let's open again. It's locked. So now I want to use this map layer. So I want to duplicate this. Duplicate. And subsets Anambra elevation. I will use it to represent the digital elevation model. Anambra elevation. So delete those. So yes, okay, and it's loaded. So now what I need to do, this is kind of straightforward now. It's not like it's that complicated anymore, but there will still be some work that needs to be done. But what I need to do here is to this one will be the Nigeria map will remain intact. Largely, the legend will remain intact, but I need to change this map. The only thing that will change within the map is just the map itself. The scale will still remain intact. The geographic coordinate system will remain intact. So the map just changes, and then I'll readjust the and then I'll readjust the legend to suit my needs. Sorry. So select the Anambra map, but then go back to the map window. Close this for now. The next map that I want to show would be a raster, so I don't need this. If you combine a raster with this map, one will cover the other, so it's meaningless. So I have to deactivate this and select the Anambra map with just lines. So Anambra map, yeah, Anambra State, this one will do because the lines will tell me where the local governments are supposed to be, whereas the the raster itself will be there. Alternatively, I might decide, okay, let me still label so that you know which raster, which state, which local government area has what raster values. So select single labels, Anambra name 2, yes, adequate, regular, say okay. Yes, for some of this data, like the elevation raster, some areas are black. So if I combine the two of them, then you won't be able to see the labels that much. So I need to adjust the color of the label, maybe make it red still. But let's open that elevation raster and see what it looks like when combined before we now import into the map layouts. This one. So or I can still clip out Anambra State in particular without having to have this this background. That's the regions outside the state, but I won't do that for now. So you have to make do with what you can do that on your own. It's part of the assignment. So you learn as you go. I can also decide to activate the the bounding box. So let's see what it looks like. So, but what I was the point I was trying to make was that being that the font color is black and this background area is black, you can see that it's difficult to even differentiate between to even read out the name. So you need to change the font color. So you go back to that Anambra states one. So symbology uh, color. Which color do we take? If we choose not to take red, let's take this. Not exactly red. Well, better for now. We can make do with this. So you save this, and then you go back to the map window, the map layout window. Now, to bring it in, all I need to do is to unlock. That was what I was saying. You need to keep it locked. If I have the wrong one, I decide to unlock and all of that, it means I'll change whatever. If I unlock this and this, then the same map will show up within this, but to its a smaller extent. There will be no Nigeria map, but then the Anambra map will be very small within this area. I don't want to do that. So select this, unlock, and you can see what happened. As soon as you unlocked, the map within the map window became the map that you see within the area. That's why I said it's going to be a bit easier because the boundary has been set. It's still the same area, the same map, the same sections. It's just a difference in terms of the theme. The theme for the first one was administrative. The theme for this one is basically elevation. So it's still the same coordinates and all of that. So that's why it's going to be a bit easier and faster. So with that selected, this one still has a problem, the legend. I don't need to format it, go too far with the format. There's something I just need to do, add background to it. Background not selected. So once I select background, it would color it, it would make it white, create a white background where it's located. So it's easy uh, to see it more clearly. I can change the background color, but I won't change that, leave it at white. So once you select the background, now you can see the legend clearly. The state is the same thing. The background will make it more visible. So what else do I need to change? The title. Uh, Map of administrative map of Nigeria. Well, this is no longer the focus. The focus is basically call this uh, elevation map of Anambra State. So the focus is basically no longer on Nigeria. It's basically on Anambra State, but Nigeria is just there to show you the rough area from that you expect this map to have come from. So the target is basically elevation map of Anambra State. So which is basically this. Now, what else needs to change? The legend needs to change. Now I no longer need to have the local government areas there because the colors do not represent the local government areas. So delete that. Now, this one, I need to get rid of Anambra State from there and then bring in, I can still bring in the Anambra State one to show that the red lines represent the states. So, but first and foremost, I have to get rid of the part of Anambra State still remaining. Get rid of that. Then go back in, bring in Anambra State 1, I think. Okay. Now Anambra State 1 is back, and then it shows you that the red lines, that's Anambra State. So you can edit that, remove the 1, remove the underscore, put a space. You're done with that. You can leave it that way. Then the other thing that needs to show up is the elevation. So plus, go back, you get elevation, scroll down, the dam, where is the dam? Anambra Dam, this. Okay, now it comes in. So basically what it's saying is the lowest area, the darkest region is the darkest region is 8 meters above sea level, whereas the highest region, which is this whitish area, is 554 meters above sea level. So that's noted. That's the only thing that needs to come in, but I still need to do some edits. Because if you click outside, what does that mean? Is it elevation? Is it what exactly does that addition mean? So you need to go back down, uh, click on this, and then say elevation. Nope. Elevation. Elevation in bracket, you might say meters above sea level. Meters ASL. So go back. Is it possible to format this? Okay, not possible to format the text. So basically that will do. So gray style, I don't need to have that there. So hide that or delete it. Just delete this band, whatever. Go back. Still wouldn't go. Okay. Need to change it to something else that is not relevant. Maybe make it one underscore. So the underscore there is basically meaningless. So I still think it's possible to get rid of this row, but I wouldn't select, wouldn't agree to right click and remove. But here's another way to go about it. Let's just see whether it goes off with the lids. Perfect. Perfect. So you note what I did, just selected and remove the normal way we're doing. Remove selected items. Skip my memory. So now we have this there. But there is another way to go actually go about that. What if you just okay, let's bring it back in. Then okay, it's brought back in, but yep. Let's remove this one and see whether we can re-edit. So edit, call this elevation. Okay. Then this change the name to the units. Meters above sea level. Will that work? Too long. Let's reduce the meters to M. Meters above sea level. I'm just trying to see where at least so that at a glance somebody knows what ASL means. Because it's not really meant to be a map you give to somebody and then you remain there and explain what you're trying to present. So he should be able to understand the map without your being there to put him through what the map entails. So that's why I'm trying to avoid using terms that might complicate issues. So I guess that will do. So basically, this is as far as it goes with this one. Something you must note, uh, this map, if you look at the bottom here, seems like it's extended somewhat outside of the map window. There's a way to go about these things to ensure that when you print, nothing is lost. You have to resize. So select the window, layout. The window, nothing is selected. You didn't select this map. You didn't select this. It's just nothing is highlighted. You go to layout, click layout, and then when you come here under resize layout to content, resize the layout. This window, the map window, the map layout window, resize it to fit the content of that layout. Just click resize layout and watch what happens within the map layout window. It's resized, so everything is within that map window now. So there's no chance that when you print, something would be cut off. So basically, this is just another way to readjust and make sure that you have everything in order. So you save this. You can close again. Go back to the layout. Let's reload and readjust layout manager. So subset states, which is this, let's still resize to be on the safe side. You save that. You can close, open this one. Hope this is locked. So it has been resized. Go to items. It's not locked, so lock it up. This is locked. So this is locked. So now you can save this and then close it. Now I want to duplicate this and will make the job faster. Or rather, okay, I'll stop this and then continue subsequently in the next video.